Hi, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised here. I have the website pulled up, which we will do a little dive into here in just a second. Now I want to start this video out on a Google search page. So what I've typed in is roofing Peoria, Illinois. And this is what we are going to consider to be a buyer intent keyword, okay? And by this, this is a keyword for somebody searching for, a certain type of service within a certain location. And we just want to be able to rank for as many of these different keywords as possible because not everybody's brain works the same and they don't type the same thing in all the time. So one thing we're going to see right off the bat is a few companies running these Google guaranteed ads, you guys included. Now one thing I don't necessarily like about these is they aren't going to produce the highest quality leads for you. Now, especially since you're already ranking organically with your business profile, I don't think it's necessary to actually run these. The actual leads that you're going to get in from your business profile are going to be much higher quality than running this through an actual Google ad. Now, one thing we also want to see with you is that you can get your actual website on this first page too, which you have, okay? Now, obviously, the higher up on the page, the better. So we can see, the Roof Tiger is, second position here and third position on the website area. Now, what that's obviously going to allow them to do here as well is get in somebody's eyes twice, right off the bat. So that's going to be a big key factor here too. So it's looking like, you three are going to be the top competitors all the way throughout. So you got Roof Tiger here, Cradling here, and then you guys down below. So you three are kind of fighting for the top position in Peoria, as we can tell. So let's go ahead and take a look at maybe a thing or two that can help you surpass these other two when it comes to your website. So when we start taking a look at a website, right off the bat, first thing I'm always going to look at is going to be the actual amount of content that you have on your website, okay? And we can see you don't have a ton right here on your first home page. And kind of what I am highlighting here is going to be the actual content of it, okay? Now, Google generally wants to see a bare minimum of 500 words of content just on your home page. And you can probably go between 500 to 1,000, 500 to 700, 750 is probably going to be your sweet spot. And what this allows you to do is have relevant information about your industry within your website. It also allows you to hold keywords within that content, okay? And you can have keywords in multiple different places of your website, okay? You can have it within the actual page titles of your website. You don't have any within there right now. Within the actual H tags of your website or your headers of each section of the page. And then within the actual content and behind images as well, okay? So a lot of different ways you can get keywords within your website. Now the big thing you want to look out for is you just don't want to overstuff, okay? When you overstuff keywords, it looks very unorganic in Google's eyes and can eventually lead to them kind of blacklisting you off their search engine for these types of keywords. Okay, we got some service pages here. The About Us page. This looks like it's going to be a blog. I clicked in there. There's only about 4 blogs posted in there as so far. You have a contact page and a get a quote. And this get a quote button is going to be super nice too. This is what we consider a call to action button. And this is going to help conversion rates on your website. So once somebody comes in, this helps funnel them to a page where they're going to reach out to you, right? So definitely some things that I like about the website, different interlinkings to the different service pages and different pages of your website that you have. But definitely going to need more content, okay? And content is going to be absolutely king when it comes to ranking a website, okay? And here's how I want to look at it. If we use an analogy of going on a road trip, we're starting at point A and we need to get to point B. But point B is, hundreds of miles away, right? We're taking a road trip, okay? Now, one thing that you're always going to want to do before a road trip is generally do a little inspection of your vehicle. Make sure the oil's good, it's good levels, it still looks clear. Then you want to take a look at your tire pressure, maybe check out your brakes. Just all these little different things just to make sure it's in tip-top shape and can get you from point A to point B, right? And this is what we can think about with your website, okay? Think of your website as your vehicle that's going to get you from where you are now to higher up into Google's rankings, okay? And can yours do this right now? It possibly could. I don't think it's in the best shape that it can be in. That's why I'm saying you need to optimize, especially with content, okay? And doing all these things is definitely going to put you above some of your competitors here. Now, if we take a look at the Roof Tiger here. Now what's actually ranking for this area is actually their service area page for Peoria. Since they're in Peoria Heights, I guess they wanted to build one out for Peoria itself. And we can see, they got a little decent amount of content here on this page, but it's really starting to index for all these different keywords. So they're, doing keywords for, let's see here, roofing services in Peoria. They got roofing company services for Peoria, roof replacement services, roof repair services, and then storm damage as well. So they're targeting all these different aspects of roofing in this one page. And I generally don't bite on that type of stuff, or I don't promote that, because it's kind of broad in this page, okay? What you really want to do is be as specific as possible per page. Now, since it's an actual service area page, they get a little flack for it. Now, since you guys can target Peoria, obviously, as a whole, in your home page, your service pages, and so on and so forth, you want to break these down a little bit in what you're targeting for which page of your website. So you want to be very specific and not so broad, okay? Now, moving on, I'm going to go ahead and use this paid program for the last aspect of the video here. So this is a paid program that's going to give me the dashboard of numbers. I'm going to go ahead and look at your website as a whole, and then only the one page that's ranking in Peoria for Roof Tiger, okay? Just this specific page of their website. So these first two numbers here are going to be the strength and trust that Google has for your website in particular. And this is what we're going to consider in that analogy as the gas that we're going to put in our vehicle to get from point A to point B. And this is our link building and all these other things, guest posts, so on and so forth, again, without boring you here. But a backlink is going to be simply put any clickable text or image linking one website to another. And these are all held within these different referring domains. And the referring domains are very crucial as well, because you want them to be as authoritative as you can get. Meaning, the referring domains that you're getting backlinks from are already going to have much higher strength and trust ratings than you currently have. So once you do acquire that backlink, it's going to help your ratings in return, right? It acts as a big thumbs up in Google's eyes for your website. We can see you are indexing for quite a few keywords, which is very nice, but it's bringing in right around 110 traffic. We can see just under. And if we click on those keywords, we can actually see where we're getting, a lot of these keywords indexed for, and what pages, how much search volume those keywords have, what position you are for those keywords, the traffic you're getting, so on and so forth. Now, we can see the majority of your traffic is coming from the company name, right? Which is always nice. You want to be able to rank for your company name. The only thing I say about that is you're going to be having these people in your back pocket anyway. They know about you, they're looking for you, and you have them there already in your favor, okay? Now we want to be able to take a look at, who's typing in these more broad spectrum buyer intent keywords. They're still looking for this service in this location, but they're using Google as almost a reference point for a referral, right? So they're looking for the best company that they can get. And a lot of people trust Google. So you want to be able to get in front of those people's eyes and capture that type of audience to get, traffic that you wouldn't have already gotten in the first place. Now, if we go ahead and take a look, we see some of these keywords that are popping up for Peoria, but I went ahead and I made it a little bit more specific so we can see as many of them, without having to scroll through. So we see roofing Peoria, Illinois, then those flip-flopped, roofing companies, roofers, roofing contractors, roof repair. Okay, we see siding companies and contractors as well. And then you're even ranking for Kraling as well in Peoria, but you're way on that bottom page for that. But, for these different keywords, the first one you're on that first page for right at the bottom, like we saw, is that same one I typed into Google, okay? But the other ones you're right off the first page, as we can see. So we need to be able to push you within that top page and higher up into the page as well, so you can start to get as many leads as you can through this, all right? Now, you can do the same thing for siding as well. So if we go ahead and take a look at the Roof Tiger, and again, we can see this is just their one page of their website. Their strength and trust for this page isn't that great. You can see they've only built out one backlink to it. But they are indexing for 21 keywords and bringing in basically the same amount of traffic that you are, just in this one page of their website, okay? And if we click on their keywords, and I'm going to do the same thing here, or I guess I don't really have to on this page since it's only 21 keywords on this page, but we see the roofing Peoria, Peoria roofing, roofers, roofing company, roof repair, roofing contractors, so on and so forth. Okay, And again, I'm going to keep out the ones that don't have Illinois with it because it's not very specific about the area. So we see Peoria has somewhere around 1,100, maybe 1,200 search volume for roofing every month. Okay, and that's pretty darn good. And you could expect to probably get about 10% of that as long as you get on the first page for all these keywords. And we can see that's what Roof Tiger's doing, right? They're getting good search volume, probably right around 100 or so, just over, right around that 10% mark, which is, again, what you can expect industry standard-wise. Now, what you can also expect is from that 10% traffic that you're getting from that search volume, about 25 to 30% of that traffic that comes into your actual website should end up reaching out to you, whether that's filling out a form or contacting you via phone call, right? And at that point, they're an organic lead for your company. So we can see about 10 or so here, another 8, 7, so that's 25. So they're looking at probably anywhere from right around, I would say, 25 to 30 leads per month on average, and that may be even a little underestimating. So they're doing fairly well in the amount of leads they can generate for roofing in Peoria, as we can tell. And this is something you guys would be able to do too, okay? Just because one company is doing it doesn't mean another can't. And we can see, their positions aren't at that first or second position as of yet either. So there's definitely some room for another company to come in, and that's what you guys obviously want to be able to do and take position of Peoria for both top position for a business profile and for a website, and you'd be absolutely killing it, of course. So if you have any further questions or concerns, just absolutely feel free to reach out to me. Even if it's just give me a little feedback on my video here, if you think it's going to help you out at all or not, that can just help me and be a little favor back to me for doing this video for you, which I would greatly appreciate, of course. So again, hope to hear from you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks.